Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? It is 12:26 on Friday p.m. 12:20 obviously p.m. And I slept straight through the night last night, so I'm doing my vlog now. Which I'm sure is no surprise to you. This was not my plan. I laid down last night. This person in front of me is paying no attention. There's like 2 car lengths ahead of them. Should I honk? I always hate honking. Okay, they figured it out. We went to dinner last night with Melissa and Jason to the Cheesecake Factory, and then we came home and it was like 10:45, and Alex was like, went right to bed and was playing his game, his township in bed, and I was like, I think I'm gonna lay down for like an hour and then get up and vlog, and then I want to listen to my audiobook. And he was like, okay. I have an hour and a half left of my audiobook, which is called Death Overdue. And then I wanted to listen to, I wanted to start my new audiobook, which is Agatha Christie's Halloween Party. I wanted to finish that by tomorrow. It's only, well, it's 6 hours, but I listened to them at 2 times speed, so it'd only be 3 hours. So I was like, I can get them both done by tomorrow. But I laid down and I woke up and it was, I was gonna lay down from 11 to 12. And then vlog for an hour and then listen to those books. I fell asleep and I woke up and it was like 3 something in the morning. And I was so tired. I was so comfy. It was cold outside and rainy last night. I was like, I am just gonna keep on sleeping. So, I am taking you guys with me today while I run errands. I have to go and pay for our Costco membership right now. So I'm going to Costco and I'm gonna take you guys with me while I do that. I just did a review of the Bride of Frankenstein Frappuccino. It was a huge fail. And I got my flat white, my grande flat white, which is what I've been drinking lately since it's been cold outside. All of the leaves are down. The leaves that were all orange and yellow, it's all like, all the trees are bare and they're ready for snow now. My cousin Caroline, I woke up today and she sent me a picture and she was like, this is one of my favorite pictures of us, and it was when we were on her patio a couple Halloweens ago. I don't know when that would have been, but I'll have to ask her when that's from, what year. But it's not too long ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It was one of the last times she had she had a Halloween party for the neighborhood, and it snowed outside that night, and we took a picture of us like in the snow. We've had some really, really cold Halloweens in Indianapolis in the past. I think this year is going to be a cold Halloween. It's 46 degrees outside right now, and it feels like it's about 20 out. It's cold. Yesterday, so Thursday, I got up. What did I do? I can't even remember now. Well, Melissa and I had agreed that we were going to do this review video together, this unopening. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out on my review channel. We had so much fun doing it. We unopened, oh, that's the other thing I need to do is go to Walmart and see if they have these things that she was talking about. So maybe I'll do that. And then I have a hair appointment today at 3:15. So and it's 12:29 right now. But I woke up and I did I do videos before? Oh, I think I did it. No, I was running late. And so I told Melissa, I said, I was gonna try to get like my drama video and my Peterisms video done before. And then I was just like, screw it, I'll just do it afterwards. So I went to her house and I was actually early, not late. Because if I would have been late if I had done those videos. So, we kind of hung out and talked for a little bit, and then we did the review, the opening of the Halloween 2 movie collectibles. It was really fun. And, then I came home and I filmed the drama video, or a drama video, and then I also filmed a Peterisms video, and got those up. And then Melissa had been texting at that time to see if we wanted to go out to dinner. And, so then Alex came home at about 8:15. And he just picked me up in the driveway and I ran out. And then we went to Cheesecake Factory and we had a really nice dinner. It was fun. I had the Impossible Burger with fries. I did not eat healthy last night. Impossible Burger with fries. I mean, when do I ever, I guess. And Alex had it's on the Skinnylicious menu, he loves it, the white chicken chili. And Melissa had the shepherd's pie, and Jason had some chicken and pasta deal. It was like spaghetti, it looked like spaghetti with like chicken. And there was like nobody there. We were like the only other ones besides like one other table. And that was that. And we had a really nice dinner. And then, like I said, I came home and I fell asleep. And that was pretty much my day yesterday. I listened to a little bit of my audiobook yesterday. I like this series a lot, this haunted library, a lot. I like it a lot. This haunted library series, it's by Alison Brooke. There are 4 books in the series so far, but the last one came out September of 2020, so I don't think the series is done. I think it's just, maybe I should just talk about it and do a book vlog. I don't know that I have enough to talk about in a book vlog, though. But, yeah, it's about this woman, and she's like, I think she's in her, somebody's texting me. I think she's in her late 20s, and she moves back to this town that she grew up in, and she becomes head of programs and events for this library, and there's a murder that happens at the library, of course, because it's a murder mystery. Right away, it's like at one of her, it's like her first event, there's like a murder, like the speaker gets murdered, and it goes back to this murder that had happened like 10 or 15 years before. And then she rents this adorable little cottage that has a view of the river, and of course she gets it for real cheap, and it's just real cute. It's like she at first lives with her aunt and uncle, and her aunt's always cooking like all of these fantastic meals. Like all these cozy mysteries always have, there's a lot of food in them. I gotta pull in here and read this text. There's always a lot of food in the, so like her aunt's makes pancakes every weekend, and they're always like different kinds of pancakes, like apple and walnut and all this kind of stuff, buttermilk with like homemade, like, you know, honey and stuff on them. Oh, wow. Okay, the text messages. Hold on a second. Dream. Okay. All right. My hair was looking foolish. See, it is looking foolish right there. It's like sticking out over my head. I was trying to watch all these Halloween movies, but what's so interesting is in September, all of the Halloween movies were free on cable, and now there's only like 3 of them that are free, which is so silly. I wanted to see Halloween 2, and it's not free, and I'm not going to pay her to rent it. I'm just not going to do that. And then Halloween 3, which I kind of wanted to watch because Melissa had mentioned it yesterday, it's not free. I don't know. I probably own all of them in the basement somewhere, but I was thinking about carving a pumpkin today, but it's kind of, I wanted to do it outside, and it's really cold outside. It really does feel like Halloween, though, in Indianapolis. Look at these mums over here. These are beautiful. Look at all those mums. It's an apartment complex. Do you see? So pretty. Before we know it, it'll be Thanksgiving and then Christmas. I can't hardly believe it. Melissa and I decided that we're going to go vote together on Tuesday, so that if there's a line, we can stand in line together and talk. And then, apparently the news was reporting yesterday, Jason heard this, that because so many people in Indianapolis have early voted, and because so many people have mailed in their ballots, and then the day of elections, there's like 100 places or more that are open, that it's supposed to go very smoothly on election day, that like the voting process is supposed to be really, really easy. So hopefully that's true, and there's not a long wait outside, but it is what it is. We were all talking about how had never really had to wait for a long time to vote before. Do you know what's interesting to me is you see all these celebrities that have like early voted, right? Like, are these celebrities waiting in line? Like, I just find it hard to believe that some of these celebrities that have like, they've said like if they've early voted, that they waited in line like 3.5 hours to vote. I don't know why. I mean, you would think that you would hear somebody be like, oh, so-and-so was standing out line beside voting. The other day, I don't know if this was clear, if you read my description part in my video, but when I drove around the school, or the administrative building place, I like recorded everybody standing in line, and then when I was putting the vlog together, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna show everybody. I mean, people, who knows, you know? So I cut that part out, but it was like all the way around a building. It was like 3/4 of the way around a building. I couldn't believe it. And then there's a church up the street from me where a lot of people are going to vote, and my neighbor across the street said it was a 3-hour wait. Melissa said there's an app that you can get on to see how long the wait is, and she said every time that she gets on it, it's no less than 3 hours. I'm like, oh my God. Pretty day outside. Just look at the clouds. What if each one of those clouds had an alien ship in it? I don't know what just made me think that. Because they're kind of like saucer shaped, you know? I do think one day we'll have, I think they've already been here, but I do think that one day we'll have like an alien invasion. I think they're here already, though. I don't think they'll be nasty or mean, though. I think they'll be nice. I don't know why I think that, but I do. What, do you guys believe in aliens? It's always sad to me when people are like, no, I don't believe in aliens, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in anything. I'm like, your world is pretty small. I'm like, there's so much that you could possibly believe in that hasn't been proven wrong or right, you know? I just think, I'll tell you one thing that's interesting is, did you ever watch that Stephen Hawkins thing? And like, it's a 3-part series. It was on Netflix for a while. It was a 3-part series on like outer space. And the first one was on aliens and like what they would look like if they came from other planets or other solar systems and things like that, or galaxies. And it was really interesting to see. It's like not what we would think, you know? And some of them look like they, like, I remember this one that was like on the side of, like, it had, like, they had no gravity, and so it had these suction cups that it was like, and it looked like an elephant. I don't know why that's the only one that I remember. Oh man. This Formosa buffet, it's a seafood buffet. The Formosa seafood buffet. I went to it one time because my friend always talked about it, and she was like, oh my god, it's so good and it's so huge and whatever. It is a really big buffet. I'm not, you know, I don't eat seafood. Even before I was a vegetarian, I didn't eat seafood. I would have like, maybe eat like shrimp if I got like fried rice, you know, like combo fried rice, or crab meat rangoon. But like that was about as seafoody as I got, and I don't even think crab meat rangoon is real crab meat. But that was about as seafoody as I ever got. But I went to this Formosa seafood buffet. It is absolutely huge inside. I will say it's probably, I mean, it's not like a great buffet. Like the food quality isn't great. Actually, last year when, I didn't realize it had been a year. She put it on Twitter that Arlena and I, that was a year ago that I went to go meet her. I didn't realize it was a year ago. But anyway, we made videos and all that stuff, and she and I went to go eat at this Chinese buffet that she took me to. And that Chinese buffet that we went to was really good. That was like a really, really good Chinese buffet. I don't go to the Chinese buffet anymore because I feel like there's probably not a lot for me to eat. But that day, I remember there were all kinds of things for me to eat. I forgot to take my allergy medicine this morning. My allergies aren't bothering me too much, but when I forget to take it, it's like I start sneezing at some point. My Weight Watchers place used to be right over here next to Target. That closed down. They could close down this Target, and now nothing is in there. There's not one store in that whole strip mall. We had to have this huge strip mall, right? And like, look, there's not one store in that strip mall. It's an abandoned strip mall. But my Weight Watchers place used to be in there back in the day. And right next to it, they had this Weight Watchers deli. And they had like sandwiches and lasagna and pieces of like cake. And you could go in there. And so it would say like carrot cake. And then it would say like 4 points on it. It was like a deli, right? And it was expensive. But like you could go in there and then you could buy like your lunch or your dinner for the night. Oh my God, why is Costco so crowded? But that little deli was so cute. Me and a bunch of my coworkers and my ex did Weight Watchers. I actually lost quite a bit of weight on Weight Watchers. I think it's probably one of the best weight loss programs I've ever like done or participated in. Man, it's packed here today. I know I can pay it online, but I thought, well, I kind of want to just stroll through. I haven't been here for a while either, and see if they have anything. Sometimes they have like winter coats and stuff that are good. I also want to see what their Christmas tree situation is like. Not like the Christmas tree that you put in your living room to decorate, but on your like patio. I want to see what that looks like, because I'm sure they have those out already. Do I have my coat in the back, or did I bring it? I think I brought it inside. Damn it. Oh, darn it. Because it's cold outside. There are literally no parking spaces. I would never have got, oh, it's Friday afternoon. That's what it is. I'm like, I would never have guessed that Friday afternoon would be busy at Costco, but I'm just gonna park out here and walk it. Is there a space right there? Is she backing in, or what is she doing? I can't tell if that's a space. Please be a space. It is. Oh, and they're leaving too. Oh, and they're leaving too. Okay. Anyway, I will be back in like 2 and 2. Well, not 2 and 2, but I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. I was just sitting here thinking to myself, I could literally go back to sleep. I'm so tired. I don't know why. I slept so much last night. That's probably why. I don't know the last time that I was in Costco that it was that busy. It was ridiculous. The lines, like checking out, went all the way back to like the middle of the store. It was absolutely ridiculous. And there just seemed like there were people everywhere. They did not have any greenery though, like they don't have the wreaths and all of that stuff out yet, which is kind of what I was hoping they would have out. I guess because people don't usually do that until after Thanksgiving, do they? I was going to try to do it a little bit earlier this year, closer to Thanksgiving, but maybe not the day after Halloween, but we'll see. Costco usually has really pretty greenery though and stuff, and so I wanted to get some to put around my mailbox and a wreath for our door. It is hot in here. I'm gonna head over to, I don't know why my hair is being so foolish today. I'm gonna head over to Walmart and see how busy it is. If it's busy, I'm not gonna go in, but if it's not, I'm gonna go in to see if they have these Chucky things. Oh my Lord. People go through the parking lot at the Costco at like 90 miles an hour. This woman almost hit me when I was coming out of the store, and then she was like shaking her head at me, and I'm like, pedestrian, pedestrian crossing. Anyway, my cousin, I can see my cousin texting me, but I can't see what she texted me. I'm so just mellow and chill today. I was thinking yesterday about how like every other year I've always tried to like watch all of these like Halloween movies. Well, I am trying to watch the Halloween movies, but like all different, like Hocus Pocus and all that kind of stuff. I haven't watched it this year. Although I did see that it's on the Disney app, so I can watch that if I want to. But I was like, I always try to watch like all of my favorite like Halloween cartoons and movies and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, this year just like, I've just really kind of I'm really learned to enjoy and be present in each day, which is really hard for me. I'm not somebody that is typically very good at just sitting and being present, you know? I think it takes a lot of work, honestly. Like, I'm somebody that always, I feel like, has like 50 things I want to get done in the day. And so for me to just sit and be present or whatever, like, I can have like a movie or something on in the background, but just to sit and watch it, like, I really struggle with that. The fact that like, when we were out of town, I watched as many shows on Netflix as I did is crazy, but like, we were just sitting there, we really didn't have anything else to do, so that's probably why. I started actually yesterday watching the Schitt's Creek, the goodbye and farewell thing. It's not called that though. It's called something in Best Wishes. You're welcome, best wishes, or goodbye and best wishes, or something like that. I started bawling so hard. I forgot how much I loved that show. Alex was rewatching it when we were in Florida, and so I watched like an episode with him, and which got me thinking that I had never watched that, like, behind the scenes. So if you haven't seen it, it's like how they picked the cast, and then it goes in, it talks about filming the last season and stuff like that. I think it's called Best Regards, Warm Wishes, or something like that. But anyway, it's on Netflix. I wouldn't watch it first, though. If you haven't watched Schitt's Creek, I would finish Schitt's Creek. And anyway, I was like watching that yesterday, and this one scene, I got like crying so hard in two different parts of it. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, but the part with Alexis, well, I don't want to ruin it, but there's a part with Alexis in the restaurant, and then there was like I don't know what it was like. They were just saying like they were wrapping up the first day of the last season, and I just like started losing it completely. That show, like, I meet people all the time and they're like, I just really couldn't get into Schitt's Creek, and I'm like, well, how long did you give it? And they're like, well, I got like 3 or 4 episodes into it, and I didn't understand what the big deal is. Like, you have to watch the whole first season and probably the first episode of the second season to get into it. But I'm telling you, like, it is probably, like, for me, yeah, it's like, it's a funny show and it's the funny moments and all that kind of stuff, but this little squirrel in the middle of the street couldn't figure out which way he wanted to go. But it's like the little moments that are like so endearing to me, you know? Like, it is one of the most endearing shows I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, I know that people think it's like so funny, and Catherine O'Hara is she is fantastic as Moira Rose in it, and she is so funny. But like, there's really, really like emotional, endearing scenes in it too. And I think like those are the moments that make Schitt's Creek what it really is. And I feel like when I was watching this thing, they were showing like news coverage of it being like how addicted people are to this show, and that it was like the perfect cast and the perfect story at the right time. And it really was, you know. And I think it's this whole idea of just small town living, you know, and getting back to the simplicity of life and what's important in life. And I think that so many of us are really yearning for that right now. I know I am, you know, and I talk about that so much in my videos, is how much I love just the simplicity of life and the simple things and the small things, you know. And I think that so many of us are just really craving that. I mean, look at in the last year, for me alone, you know, it's just the things that I've gone back to, and it's been like, you know, the cozy mysteries. And by the way, I wanted to go and look at flannel sheets and a flannel comforter today at Bed Bath & Beyond. But it's just, you know, I think everything in my life has just kind of become about nesting and simplicity. And, you know, and it's funny because like watching Schitt's Creek was definitely part of that for me, and I really related to that in that show. How am I already? I was like at half battery, but I forgot that I did my review video before this. This is probably going to be a real short vlog today, because I do want to finish my audiobook and I've got some other things to do. But you know, like I always say, it's like, I mean, I like nice things and all that kind of stuff, but like in a grand scheme of things, it's like the simple things are what mean more to me, you know. Like, I woke up today and I like looked over, and little Tucker he's so cute with his haircut, and he was like curled up in a little ball, you know, on Alex's pillow, and he was like, he wouldn't put his head up, but he was like looking at me with his eyes, you know. Like, is it time to get up yet? And I was like, 5 more minutes. And he just kind of like dug in tighter. He's so sweet. It's interesting because in October, I always read like I try to read like scary. I haven't really actually a whole lot this month. I've been reading those series, but I try to read like scary, you know, spooky books. And then December is like my holiday month, where I read like a lot of holiday books, you know, Christmas books that I've already downloaded a lot on Audible. And they need to go to Barnes & Noble and Half Price Books and see what I want to read. But November is kind of like my catch-up month. Like a lot of the books that I've been wanting to read throughout the year that I haven't read yet, you know. And there's a couple books that I have on my TBR, my to be read, that I really wanted to read this year that I haven't read yet. Part of the problem is that they're so long. Like, as far as audiobooks, they're like 18 to 20 some hours long. Which, even listening to it at 2 times, I mean, it's still like a 10-hour book, you know? I kind of want to read that new V.E. Schwab book. It's called The Invisible Life of Addie something. It's getting a lot of praise. It's supposed to be really good. But I looked it up. It's like 17 or 18 hours on Audible. The thing about Audible is that if you get a book that the narrator is good, you can listen to it forever and as fast as you want. But like, if you are listening to a book and the audio is bad or the narrator is bad, it's like a really long, slow, treacherous read, you know? And completely unenjoyable. Oh man. I've been listening to a lot of music too. I've been downloading a lot of music. I need to fix my record player at home. Well, the whole table that I have my record player on, it's like Alex has like workbooks from conferences and stuff. And then we've got like change sitting on the record player, and just, it's messy over there. I need to clean it all up and go through there. And I bought new needles for my record player because I don't have a needle in the record player. And then I bought this crate to put next to the record player to hold like some of my favorite records. And I need to go through there and put all that together and clean off that table. I've had so many projects I've wanted to do. I mean, people joke about the basement. When am I going to get the basement clean? The basement's like the last thing, because it's like, well, I've got to get this done in the kitchen first, and then I've got to clean this out, and you know, and once I get all that and everything is in the basement, then I can clean out the basement. You know what I mean? But I got to clean all that other stuff first, and I haven't done that yet. Now, Walmart doesn't look as busy as the Costco did, but I don't know if I feel like going into the Walmart or not. Do you ever feel like sometimes just not going in anywhere? Did Yats close down? There's this restaurant over here called Yats, and it's like rice and beans and stuff. It sounds really good, actually. I might get that for dinner tonight. If it's still open, I can't see if it's still open or not. It's like one of my favorite restaurants. I can't imagine that they closed. Did they? I can't see. I'll have to go over there and see if they did. Well, it's down here anyway. Peter, why are you being so stupid? Yeah, Walmart doesn't look that busy. I do think that I'm going to run in there really quick and see if they have any Halloween stuff that I want. But I don't know what that restaurant is, but that looks like it closed. Oh, yeah, it's still open. Green District. What's it say? Yeah, it's order inside, but you can't eat in there. Huh, they're open till 8 o'clock though. Oh my god, and that little beauty supply store went out of business. It was like a, what's that? Like Sally's Beauty Supply was right there, and it went out of business. It's crazy, like you drive around. Oh, and that Beauty Brands went out of business over there. It's crazy driving around places, and you like, especially for me when I like am so used to, you know, like knowing where places are because I drive around so much vlogging and whatever, and then it's all of a sudden you look and it's like, okay, that place isn't there anymore. And there's no like, we moved to somewhere else, it just like closed down. It's so sad, isn't it? Market and pharmacy. I'll go over here. Market and pharmacy. Creaky Halloween door. I'm just gonna park right here and walk in the distance. And I will be back in 2 and 2. Bye. Okay, I'm back. That was hardly exciting. It wasn't very busy in there, but I have to tell you that the Halloween section was an absolute wreck. Like, it was just completely a mess. I was sitting here watching this couple. There's this couple over here. They're just like sitting in their car vaping. And then he's like drinking, I think like a Sprite, and she's drinking like an iced tea out of a bottle. And they're just sitting here, and they're like, she was like puffing smoke rings on this vape. And I don't know why, but I was like looking at them, and I was like, oh, they're getting out of their car now. And I was like, they just look so happy. They're like in their early 20s probably, and they're just sitting there like hanging out in their car. I guess they're going in now. They look so happy. I go in these stores and I start seeing all this Halloween stuff. This is what happens. This is the difference between knowing what you want and knowing what you need. I have to drive by them now to see. First of all, Walmart's pumpkins look like trash, okay? Are they $1.99 or is that a pound? They look like such junk. Low price, $1.50, $1.09. Yeah, and they look like they've got like the rats ate out of them. Anyway, I wanted to see this couple. Maybe they're not. Where did they go? Did they walk the other way when I was coming in this way? I guess they must have. Anyway. Big woo. That was real exciting. But then I'm like sitting in there, you know, and I'm looking at all this Halloween stuff, which has literally been picked over. That Halloween section at Walmart is like, it just looks like a big trash. Oh, there they are walking in. I can see them way up there now. My exciting life. Oh my Lord, look at the drive-thru at Wendy's. Why is everything so packed today? Did everybody take the day off or something? But anyway, I like start looking at all this stuff at the line, you know, the Halloween section at Walmart, and then I start thinking, well, I need this stuff. When, like, these cups, these coffee cups that say boo on them and stuff, you know? And I'm like, oh, I need this and I need that. But I'm like, Halloween is over tomorrow, and then I'm not going to want to be using this Halloween stuff anymore. So I don't get it. Because I don't need it, right? Like, isn't that so stupid? You do that, and it's all, like, marked down, and it, like, literally tomorrow night, it'll be, you know, 50% off. So whatever I pay for it today, it'll be 50% off tomorrow. So I walked out. I was like, you don't need anything. You don't need any of this crap. They didn't have what I was looking for, which were the Chucky collectibles anyway that Melissa and I were going to try to open. I knew they wouldn't. I feel like she said they were in a different section, though, than the Halloween stuff. It's hot today. Well, in this car, it's hot because I had the heat on. Is the movie theater like... I thought the movie theater was open now, but it looks like it's completely empty. Oh, there was some new movie out that I wanted to see, and now I can't remember what it was. It feels later in the day for it only being 1:33. It feels like it's like 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna upload the vlog and I'm gonna upload my review video and then I'm gonna do a Peterisms video. I don't know that I'm gonna make a drama video today. I might. If I do, I'll do that in the next hour. And then gotta leave the house at like 3 to go get my hair cut, and then I'll be done at 4, and then I'll come home and I'll be done about 5. And I don't know if Alex is gonna want to do something for dinner tonight or not. I was thinking about something earlier that sounded good, and now I can't remember what it was. Has that ever happened to you? I hadn't had an Impossible Burger in so long, though. For a while there, I was eating so horribly, going through Burger King like all the time and getting it, and I hadn't had it, and then I had it last night. I was like wishing while I was eating it that I had gotten pasta. It was good, though. This Burger King over here has a line. There are literally lines everywhere. Well, maybe it's because it's lunchtime, kind of. Maybe that's what it is. Who knows? This woman was so sweet. She was like, can I get in front of you? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. I have nowhere to go. Did you ever just listen to the sounds? I drive around so much just like in silence, just like thinking to myself about just like the most random stuff. Can I just tell you like one thing? I'm sure some of you out there do it, and you probably do it with my vlogs. That is so confusing to me. It's like this guy behind me has AirPods on. How do you listen to AirPods and you hear what's going on, like sirens, or like if somebody honks at you, or like, how do you hear that? Like, you know when you see people that have like earphones on in their car, I'm assuming because they don't have a radio, so they have to listen to it that way, or that's how they like talk on Bluetooth or whatever. But like, how do you hear what's going on with the world around you if you're listening or talking on the Bluetooth? Is that a stupid question? I've always wondered that. So if you're somebody that does that, can you put it in the comment section for me and let me know? Because I've always wondered that. I should just I did not say fart. I should just start putting like all of my questions of the world in these vlogs, and then like you guys can just answer them for me. Like things I just really don't know, but I've always wondered. Caroline keeps on texting me. I need to text her back. Oh, she texted me again. I was asking her about what time tomorrow, and she said, I think she originally said 5:30, but now she says anytime after 5, which is good because we've got to be at Melissa's at 7:30. So I'll give you longer to be at Caroline. So I'll plan on getting there right at 5. I'm going to call her here in a second when I get done vlogging. My battery's going to die here in a second anyway. When it starts flashing, I'll probably have to get off here. I've got that Bob Marley song stuck in my head. I want to know you every day and every night. What's another question I've always wanted to know the answer to? Do you guys Google stuff? Like a long time ago, I think I actually brought this up in a vlog. I like Googled, well, first it was how do snakes poop? Because I really wanted to know, because I didn't know how they pooped. They do though. And you can Google it and find out. And then I also wanted to know if birds had ears. Like how do they hear? Like how do birds hear, you know? When I started, like when I got my squirrel table, which is 10 times more fun than a bird feeder, because they actually sit right there on the picnic table and they just like eat right off of it, which I then realized I didn't even really need that, like because I just have we have like this wood banister out there on the patio that I could have just put stuff on there, which is what I do half the time. But anyway, I started having all these questions about birds. I would Google bird stuff all the time. Well, one of the things I wanted to know is like how long these animals live. Some of these animals, you know, like do they live a season? Do they live? One of the things I found was like rabbits actually don't live very long, and it's because of other predators in the woods and things like that. I thought maybe they just couldn't make it through the winter, but like in the winter here, we see a lot of like animals outside, like, you know, birds and squirrels and bunny rabbits, fox, and I should run into the post office while I'm over here. Fox, and I see coyote a lot at night when I'm driving around doing my vlog, and deer, tons of deer in Indiana. This guy out here that sells these brooms, he has been out here literally he was somewhere else first, and then he came to this post office for like years and years and years and years and years. And they tried to, I think he makes the brooms himself, and they tried to get him to stop coming here. Like there's this whole thing, somebody sent it to me from like the newspaper. They tried to stop him from coming here, and but he's back, so apparently they're allowing him to be back now. Okay, I'm gonna run into the post office and check my post office box, which I haven't done in a couple days, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. My battery started to die like right before I noticed it when I was turning it off that it was starting to die, but then I just turned it on and now it's not dying anymore. But anyway, so I to the post, there was nothing in the post office box. Oh, there's flashing now, it's flashing red. So I'm gonna have to get off here. I wanna call my cousin anyway. I had nothing at the post office. So I'm gonna call my cousin Caroline. I'm gonna go home and get these videos up, and then I will vlog later. And it is, well, I guess this really wasn't Halloween Eve for you. Today is Halloween Eve. Can you even believe it? So anyway, tonight I'll share some scary stories tonight on my Halloween Eve vlog. And of course, then I'll be back tomorrow on Halloween as well. So anyway, I love you guys so much. I'm gonna do a real quick outro. I love you, and if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. Be kind to one another. Practice random acts of kindness. Let somebody know how much they mean to you. And remember, you can start your day over whenever you want. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!